Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie von Slaughter.
Here to do a Patreon requested review. This was actually, it won the poll for January. They apparently wanted me to get back to my Cecil versus the Universal Monsters bit, so they all voted for Frankenstein, the second one. So that's what we're here to review. We just finished doing a commentary. If you missed the commentary, I'll link to it at the end of this video.
Oh, you missed out.
But yeah, so let's talk about it, Susie.
Yes,
I'll let you go first.
Well, you know me, I love the Universal Monsters. This obviously paved the way for what we know and love today. And I can appreciate everything that has gone into these films and what it had created for us now.
Okay.
Unlike some people in this fucking room.
I appreciate what it did for films. It's just I've seen so much and so many homages and versions and everything that you saw during the, well, if you haven't watched the commentary, you will see when you watch it. I was genuinely wowed by some stuff. I was impressed with some stuff. There was some rough stuff too, but I overall enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed it way more than Dracula. Dracula was boring as hell compared to this.
You can't say shit like that though.
It was.
You can't.
It was boring.
Don't care.
Boring
it's
as
not
hell
boring. Though. It's a classic.
It's boring. It was a boring classic.
Oh my god, I'm gonna blow my brains out in 2 fucking seconds. How can you say shit like that? You can't say shit like that.
I just did though.
Say that.
I just
These
did.
are classics. They're going off of nothing. They created something so fucking
by
epic.
Nowadays standards, it was boring. Dracula. Frankenstein is not. Frankenstein was at least intriguing the whole time. Most of the whole time. Some of the actors were a little rough.
Was falling asleep.
Yeah, because it was rough at times. It was rough. It was slow at times. But it wasn't for very long, and I came back to it. See, you're making me tired just thinking about it. So the story is, of course, scientist Henry Victor Frankenstein, creates this monster from dead people. You're disgusting. And there were some interesting things, like I didn't know that there was actually a crowd watching when it happened the first time. I didn't realize that the way Frankenstein got everyone mad was by accidentally killing a little girl, like, that no one saw, but somehow they knew it was him. It's just very convenient, but it was funny at times. The acting was good for some people. I loved Victor Frankenstein's acting. I loved that actor. I liked Boris Karloff, of course. But yeah, the old man and both of the old men, the old doctor and the old father, were a little bit rough. couldn't get into them. How was the acting for you? We still gotta do the review. Come on.
I'm doing it. No, I agree. I again, like, I can appreciate it because it is something from that time. Yes, it is a little bit rough, but fuck, man, it's like, it's from the 1930s, and they're coming off of something of nothing, and I think they did all really, really well for that era. Okay. You know.
So you don't have any issues with the acting at all. No one stood out as bad or good.
Look, I told you, the father of Victor Frankenstein. I felt like I was watching an animatronic.
Yeah,
like,
he was really rough.
But I mean, that was it. For the time, everything was exaggerated movement, exaggerated speech, like everything, you know. So if you can't put yourself, I love watching old black and white movies, like not even horror movies. Like, I watch all kinds of old classic movies. I love them. So that's just me.
Now the cinematography, I think, is starting to take strides. It was a little less basic than Dracula was. They did some interesting things. I think the set design stood out more than anything in this one.
The set from this film was actually used on a lot more sets from that time.
That's what I heard.
So
yeah, that all was really good. All the props and everything that they were using were really interesting. It was all really good as far as the environment that they were in and some of the acting. And then the makeup effects on Frankenstein were really good too, obviously, for back in the day.
Yes.
They weren't necessarily realistic looking, but they were good for back then.
Jeez.
Just saying. But that's okay.
I
it's
want to
okay.
know what they used though back then. I want to know what they used.
I'm sure it's.
I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just saying. I'm
sure you can find out. Not much music outside of the opening credits. no music outside of the opening credits.
But
so
if
we
you
didn't
think
have that
about
to
it,
lean
even
on.
though it didn't have music, there is still parts that kept you engaged, especially like when he was putting the monster up, wheeling the monster up to the sky.
Well, and there was still elements of sound design that were there, even though the music wasn't. So that was good. There was a lot of sound design that was not in Dracula. So this, again, another thing that was keeping you interested, at least. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was good. It.
I love the warning at the beginning of the film.
Yeah, this might be really scary for some of you. Oh Lord. Times have changed, brother.
Then it was scary.
Times have changed, brother. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all of you at the Patreon poll center
Me too.
deciding on this. We do need to get back and finish them. There's still 6 more. So, yeah. So thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie Von Slaughter.
And remember, stay scared.